Selamlar. Kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. Helios One. Karşımızdaki binayı keşfedecektik. Ama kalan birkaç görev daha vardı.
Citizens of Outer Vegas are flocking to the Strip in droves amid a wave of terror caused by a band of raiders known as the Fiends. Those who can afford passports are saying the added security is well worth the price of admission. The preceding segment was sponsored by the Silver Rush. Silver Rush. Feel the rush of a warm laser in your hand. And now, Nat King Cole reminding us what really matters.
Hayvanların başına bir şey dadanmıştı. Onları bulacaktık. Gece yarısı diyordu.
Look who's here.
Burada uyuyamıyoruz.
Take me out of this world tonight. Take me, make me forget my sorrow. So when I wake tomorrow, I'll know our love was right. Kiss me as though it were now or never. Teach me all that a heart should know. Love me as though there were no tomorrow. Oh, my darling, love me. Don't ever let me go. Love me as though there were no tomorrow. Oh, my darling.
Minigun'ı buğuna verebiliriz.
Fine by me.
Welcome back to the Mr. New Vegas show. The show within my opinion, which I respect, the best looking audience around. Somebody prove me wrong.
Howdy.
All the latest news.
What brings you here? Nice.
Between the ruling gang known as the Kings and the large number of NCR squatters seeking refuge there. The leader of the Kings, who would only identify himself as the King, voiced his displeasure, calling NCR citizens, quote, the devilman.
What brings you here?
He added he didn't want to see the NCR in the ghetto and called for a mass
Nice of you to visit.
return to sender. Moving on. Unconfirmed reports.
Find anything? Well, I don't know how you've done it, but I do know how I can thank you. Please take this, compliments of Alice and myself. And help yourself to anything in that freezer over yonder. So long.
I'd be unexpected. Well, that's all I have for you. This is Mr. New Vegas wishing you ladylike luck tonight. More music just ahead.
Şimdi soldan devam edebiliriz.
Can't punch through. Empty.
How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. I've sunshine enough to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Howdy.
Evet, devam edebiliriz.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to me, Mr. New Vegas, and you look extraordinarily beautiful right now. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. Caesar's Legion continues to fortify its position in Nelson, where it remains a constant concern for Camp Forlorn Hope.
This is a
Selam.
restricted area. State your business.
Also in the headlines.
Or you're a Legion spy trying to infiltrate our perimeter. Give me one good reason I should let you through.
The new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos.
This is NCR property, and we have guns. So you can only do as we please here. And it would please us if you got the hell off our lawn.
Now, Nat King Cole reminding us what really matters with Love Me as Though There Were No Tomorrow.
There should, but we're not getting much power out of it, so none of our enemies have big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway. We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. Then they got sent east to the dam like everybody else. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishers every so often, prodding for weaknesses mostly. The reality is, if they really wanted it, we'd all be dead. Damned if I know. Put up a hell of a fight, though. We had them outnumbered, I don't know, 20-1 maybe? They held out as long as they could, lost most of their force before they retreated. Gave us a little parting gift, too. They had some of the plant running, but they shut it all down. Enabled an old security system, too, to keep us away from the controls. Jerk-offs. I ask myself the same question all the time. But energy is hard to come by around here. Gives you more control over... Hell, if we lose the dam to the Legion, this little... Why would I want to let you do that? I'm glad we sorted this. Later.
All that a heart should know. Love me.
Stay where you are. You're not allowed in there.
Bir şey yapmadım ki. Peki.
Love me as though there were no tomorrow. My darling, love me.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
This is Mr. New Vegas fanning the flames of your passion. We've got some news for you coming right up. A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. Also in the headlines, merchants are saying that there's been little contact between traders from Nipton in recent days, causing concerns that the isolated town may be in trouble. And that's
Hello.
the news. Hey, New Vegas, have you ever said you love someone when it wasn't quite true? Sure you have, but you shouldn't, because it's a sin to tell a lie.
If the Legion breaks through our defenses, I got one bullet I'm saving just for me. That scientist we hired has got to be the dumbest asshole I've ever come across.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Just because these words were spoken, yes, I if you break my heart, I'll die.
Pretty sure HQ's forgotten all
So
about
be
us.
sure it's true when you say I love you. It's a sin.
Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they? Damn right you're not. Goddamn right. Why would they? You can't top this guy. Just a little more time. You can't keep Fantastic down for long. Worried? Do I look worried to you? I've got this under control, baby. No one else can do what I do here. What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No Fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good. It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard. Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women. Man, how cool would that be? No, man. I know exactly what I'm doing. I just don't know what effect it's going to have. Over there controls power in this building. That station has readouts on the computer network. That big knob there makes a crazy noise. Sparks come out of that slot if you put stuff in it. And I'm learning more every day. Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency. And I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. Know what I'm saying? There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you?
Çıkalım.
Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran. Because I get paid, that's why. Per kilowatt hour. Whatever the hell that is. That's where the NCR wants the power, so that's where I want it. But you know, you do that, maybe I put in a good word for you with them. Fantastic's little helper. There's a reputation you can hang your hat on. Here, you'll want this. It's the password to one of the terminals outside. Found it written on one of the stalls in the bathroom.
Folks around. Was in Arizona, Ranger wouldn't be too long in town.
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist? Well, that explains it. NCR? Then for everyone's sake, I hope you serve a worthy master. Are you a maker? Ah, but there's no avoiding it. You can only outrun the... Take now, for instance. You're inside a facility with lost technology. Unless you turn and leave right now, you'll be very much involved in the lives of people you... I was sent here when we saw that the NCR had taken it. We have no record of the facility, but its original builders were cause for concern. I'm to determine the threat level of this place and do everything in my power to prevent the revival of any dangerous pre-war technology. The NCR let me stay because they are desperate for answers about this place, but I've kept them in the dark. I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military, targeting computers, shock sensors. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes. Yes, and the technology they have in this facility is like nothing I've seen. Some of it reminds me of Enclave equipment, but more advanced. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic, no matter who claimed it. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up. They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity. When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. They usually steered clear of one another, but something here changed their minds. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. It's likely they were trying to reclaim Archimedes when the NCR arrived. Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here. He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time. Humanity lost many things after the war. Methods of agriculture, techniques for survival. We took it upon ourselves to piece together this knowledge and bring it back to them. Other things weren't lost, but were blocked from our collective memory. Knowledge of what we're capable of and how things spiral out of control. It's in our nature to want to forget truths that keep us awake at night. And for that reason, it's all the more important that the followers walk the waste to remind people of them. We did for a time, but our goals differ. The NCR only cares to expand their wealth and their reach. For us, territory boundaries mean nothing, and prosperity has to be for everyone, not just citizens of the NCR. So parting was inevitable. While the NCR pushes east, we clean up the mess they leave behind, try to provide some stability. We're scattered mostly. We go where we're needed. Our largest presence is in Freeside, at Old Mormon Fort. Other than that, I know Dr. Usanagi set up a practice near the Crimson Caravan, and a man we train is operating out the Aerotech building. Another man, Tom Anderson, was looking into water supply problems in Westside, but that was a while ago. Goodbye. What can I help you with? Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never... I can't get you past the security in the tower. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror-controlled... Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational. I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not then, because the possibility exists, you might do anything else.
Tamamdır.
I got spurs that jingle, I got spurs that jingle, as I go right merrily along. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad and that song ain't so very far from wrong. Ain't so very far from wrong.
The Legion's coming for us. Just a matter of time, believe you me.
folks, it's Mr. New Vegas, and I have a good feeling about all of you listening. Whoops, better put on my newsman fedora here. Radio signal is back after a long absence. Listeners say the new programming is, quote, less for outcasts, more for weirdos. In addition, the Helios 1 solar power plant remains dormant despite NCR's effort to reactivate the facility. The chief scientist at the plant vowed to fix the problem, blaming it on an atmosphere of, quote, severe underappreciation. Those are our stories for this hour. This is Mr. New Vegas signing off. Just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. My love for you is too strong. This next song is just magical. I hope you enjoy.
Company.
To the town of our free rode a stranger. Hardly spoke to folks around him, didn't have too much to say. No one dared to ask his business, no one dared to make a slip. The stranger there among them had a big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was early in the morning when he rode into the town. He came riding from the south side, slowly looking all around. He's an outlaw, loose and running, came the whisper from each lip. And he's here to do some business with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. In this town there lived an outlaw by the name of Texas Red. Many men had tried to take him, and that many men were dead. He was vicious and a killer, though a youth of 24, and the notches on his pistol numbered 1 in 19 more, 1 in 19 more. Now the stranger started talking, made it plain to folks around. Was in Arizona Ranger, wouldn't be too long in town. He came here to take an outlaw back to life. He said he'd Texas Red. Wasn't long before the story was relayed to Texas Red. But the outlaw didn't and the tribe a forward day. 20 men had 21 would be the ranger with the big iron on his hip, big iron on his hip. It was 11 when they walked out in the street. Folks were watching from the windows, everybody held their breath. They knew this handsome lady was about to meet his death. About to meet his death. There was 40 feet between them when they stopped to make their play. And the swiftness of the Ranger is still talked about today. Texas red, not cleared leather for a bullet fairly ripped. And the Ranger's aim was deadly with the big iron on his hip. Big iron on his hip. It was over in a moment and the folks had gathered round. There before them lay the body of the outlaw on the ground. Oh, he might have
Company.
when he tried to land.
Please step into the open.
All right. It's over.
Big iron on his How lucky can one guy be? I kissed her and she kissed me. Like the fella once said, ain't that a kick in the head? The room was completely black. I hugged her and she hugged back. Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep grinning. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. Like sun shining up to spread. It's just like the fella said. Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head? Once said, ain't that a kick in the head?
Tüm bölgeye verin.
Like the sailor said, quote, ain't that a hole in the boat? My head keeps spinning. I go to sleep and keep dreaming. If this is just the beginning, my life is gonna be beautiful. She's telling me we'll be wed. She's picked out a king-size bed. I couldn't feel any better or I'd be sick. Tell me quick, oh, ain't love a kick? Tell me quick, ain't love a kick in the head?
Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to me, Mr. New Vegas, and you look extraordinarily beautiful right now. I've got news for you. Unconfirmed reports say NCR's General Lee Oliver may have uprooted from his post at Camp McCarran in order to be present at Hoover Dam. NCR sources say that holding the dam against Caesar's Legion has become their main strategic priority, and this move would not be unexpected. In addition, the death toll continues to climb around. And the NCR's hold south of the dam. Those are our stories for this hour. This is Mr. New Vegas signing off. Just kidding. I'm not going anywhere. My love for you is too strong. Have you ever been in love with a celebrity? on, you don't have to be shy. I feel it between us two. Sometimes you can't help being mad about the boy.
Mad about the boy. I know it's stupid to be mad about the boy. I'm so ashamed of it, but must admit the sleepless nights I've had about the boy. Silver screen, he melts my foolish heart in every single scene. Though I'm quite aware that here and there are traces of the cat about the boy. Lord knows I'm not a fool, girl. I really should care. Lord knows I'm not a schoolgirl in the flurry of will it ever cloy this odd diversity of misery and joy? I'm feeling quite insane and young again, and all because
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
The women of New Vegas ask me a lot if there's a Mrs. New Vegas. Well, of course, you're her. And you're still as perfect as the day.
What can I help you with?
I've got news for you.
I saw that on the monitors here, and you sent it. Now that the NCR is more or less what they want, hopefully their curiosity about the planet, the followers will be grateful. Here.
Do not be a little super mutant for taking
Keeping watch. Trying to make sure the danger.
where Legion raiding parties are still chipping away at the NCR's hold south of the dam. And that's the news. You know, sometimes the journey beats the destination. And especially if your spurs go jingle, jangle, jingle, and you meet some nice gals along the way.
Yippee-yay, there'll be no wet bells for today. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding barrel.
Yo,
And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, oh, Lily Bell. Though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never fell. 'Cause I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle, jingle, jangle, as I go riding merrily along. Jingle, jangle. Next thing, oh, ain't you glad you're single? Jingle, jangle. And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Damn, that was some light show out there. We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. As I go riding merrily along. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad to jingle? And that song ain't so very far from wrong. Oh, Lily Bell, though I may have done some fooling, this is why I never fly, never spurs that jingle, jangle, I got spurs that jingle, jangle, jingle. As I go riding merrily along. And they sing, oh, ain't you glad to jingle? And that song ain't so very far from wrong.
Evening.
Is the plant actually working again?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yani
This is
buradakileri
Mr.
öldürmemiz kötü
New
oldu.
Vegas. Thank you very, very much.
Keşke saldırmasaydılar.
We've got some news for you coming right up. Scavengers report hulking individuals moving around Hidden Valley after dusk, but have been unable to identify them due to low visibility. One more story for you. A package courier found shot in the head near Good Springs has reportedly regained consciousness and made a full recovery. Now that's a delivery service you can count on. That's all for now. This is Mr. New Vegas saying,
Evet, bundan
I'm
sonra
just no good without you.
Repcon'a gideceğiz.
Got a song for you now. It's about a guy who's cold on the exterior, but deep down, you know, he's a good man.
Şu
And his
taraftan.
name is Johnny Guitar.
O zaman bir sonraki bölüm görüşmek üzere.